Alright, this is for citron at Stella Park, building C type. When we look at the floor plans, these are the dimensions that I see to the exterior walls. It's 35-1 on a 4 plan. There's a jog in here that goes from the 4 plan to the 3 plan, and it measures somewhere at 5.5 inches. So they didn't quite give a dimension to where the offset of that one is, so I'd like to verify the offset from a 4 to a 3 right here, and back again, the offset from the 4 to the 3 right here. I'm showing it five and a half inches there, and I'm showing it two feet right there. We go to the floor plans. On the floor plan, there's like a piece of fur out or something on the upper floors. See this 2-inch dimension right there? Doesn't quite show what it is, but this dash line is the stud wall. There's like a 2-inch fur, and I believe it's finished on the elevations, but it wasn't called out. Our spans are going on the C elevation. From the unit is 35-1 over, and then there's a 2-inch fur out here. Same thing with right here on the 3 plan. There's a 2-inch fur out. It's like some furring or something. It's not really called out. There's no detail for it. Right there. But our spans are going to the 2x6 wall to 2x6 wall. $31.9 1/2 there. $31.9 1/2. And then there should be a piece of 2-inch furring here by others. Same goes for this 4 plan, this 4 plan, and this 3 plan. I have added the roof access hatch here. I put the right step downs for the heels in here. So there's a 4x8 ceiling beam. The bottom is at 8 foot. So if you can cripple to the top to match the 14-inch beam next to it. Right there. There's the 14-inch. There's the 4x8 at bottom at 8 foot. There's the cripple wall. You could stop the cripple wall before the end wall because this is a 2-hour condition. And then the walkthrough notes told us to do this as a drop beam. I did leave out the opening for the roof access door. And I put in 2x6 on each side of it so that you can frame a walking path. This is the same thing. There's a 4x8 drop beam, or at bottom at 8-foot ceiling beam, and then cripple up to the top of the 14-inch, which is the same thing. Stopping it before the 2-hour fire condition. So if you just have that little stud wall in there framed up right there. And then let's look at this unit. There is an issue with what they're calling out for right here at this 2-hour condition. Let's look at the blueprints. So at a Delta 3 they added this detail, and it goes over this 2-hour condition. There's not the requirement that's specified on this detail in here. This parapet is given on the elevation as 3'6", and all this stuff has to blend right to this corner. So let's take a look at the 3D view and see what it looks like. Okay, on the 3D view, the detail is saying that this parapet has to be 30 inches taller than this roof. Well, that doesn't really work for it. So if you can clarify what that detail 8 WF 1.2 means for it. Right here, it's specifying top of parapet 30 inches above roof sheathing. Oh, there's not much depth here, and this roof is not this tall as this. It's a sloping roof. Okay, on the roof plan, I highlighted this parapet area they have drawn in, and this roof plan works fine. It follows the drains and the scuppers, because how it is, we have the truss design sloping this way. From the elevation, it shows this 5-foot parapet, this 5-foot parapet, but you cannot see this parapet or this parapet from the elevation. So I just want to verify that this is all 5 foot, because normally from the view, from the front view, you see a 4-foot parapet here, and you should be able to see 12 inches higher looking past that in the background. And let's look at the elevation. Be right here. So this parapet, you should see a line that comes across. right there. Yes, there's a break right there, but you should be able to see this parapet all the way across. Let's go back and look at that again. Like this. So it wraps around. The location for this truss is aligned with this break in the roof. Which is 8'10" from the outside of the unit to the face of this DD dash gable end 2. Okay, this 2 plan is different than the model. On the model, the attic access, the hatch access to the deck is somewhere out here. On this one, they're locating it right here. There is a vent right here, a 10-inch vent that goes down. I have the truss spaced exactly 10 inches to clear. That only leaves you with, which the door is only 30 by 22. Leaves you, I left 2'2" in case you needed to put some kind of nailing in here for the door. So let's take a look at the roof plan, and there's that hatch right here. They show it opening up right directly above this vent, that ducting that goes down to the first floor, but I slid it over to be 2 inches away from this end. And number 9, it's called out as a 22 by 30. Okay. The biggest thing is this offset from this unit to this unit. I'm showing a 2-foot dimension. And I'm showing also how these beams and girt and trusses work here. Let's turn this off. Okay. Okay. What I have in here is there's a post here. There's a 4x8. I put it to this face of this post, and the other beam is this face to this wall. This is a 5 1/4. This is a 3 1/2. So the flushed side is on this side. Beams. Roof trusses. So our span from outside face is 26 foot 9 1/2, and it pockets over the top of that. There's a pocket over the top of that. You can see that pocket. It steps up and then pockets right there. And I believe, oh, and then I got the roof access here on this truss. And it just barely fits. that roof access is right there to get up onto this roof. Doesn't show any parapet right here at all, so this one is just to the height of the truss and they finish it off. Same thing with this one right in here. But there is the parapet that wraps around this way. And that should be it.